means so much to me. This was my glamier's dress, and it's so funny. The husband is so, oh my God, he's so inappropriate and so disrespectful. When we first started dating, I used to have this hanging on my wall, and he's like, oh, G-Mom was affiliated. Her only affiliation was with the Lord Jesus Christ, so... and bienvenue to my 25 days of vlogging. C'est moi, Jessie, your resident Francophile, and here on Cappuccinos and Consignment, I focus on lifestyle, travel, and finance. S'il vous plaît, take a moment to like, subscribe, and follow. Follow me over on Insta. I have a blog, blog, because I always say vlog. And I am desperately trying to find my way on TikTok. I say this because I mean it. I reply back to every comment that I receive, but of course, vlogging 25 days is taking a lot, and it is taking me longer to go through the comments, but I see the comments and you all want to know what is on the rack. So without further ado, allons-y. What's on my rack? Before we begin, can I just say a huge merci beaucoup for all of your love and support regarding my non-traditional, I'll say non-traditional content creator wardrobe system. You all do not know how many awful messages I have received because I use like industrial racks. It's crazy. Like, I had no clue that me doing so triggered so many people. Like, it's so crazy. I'm like, nothing about me is traditional outside of the fact that I wear pearls. I have lived a pretty unorthodox life, and even if I didn't, so what? I like what I like, and I love metal. I love steel. I love industrial things, and I did not know that that took me out of the running of being a real content creator. Yeah, it's been insane. So merci beaucoup, mes amis, for your kindness. But let's get into it. This is by far the most, I should have ended with this. This is by far the most requested what is that hanging item on my rack. It is a poncho. It's so good. It's so good. I picked this up in South Africa. I don't know. Did we chat about why I moved to South Africa? If we didn't, let me know, and that could be a different vlog. I picked this up in South Africa at like a local market, but when I wore it, like once I started blogging, content creating, I wore it and I received several messages along the lines of, oh my God, I have the same poncho, wrap, cape, however you choose to refer to it. Naturally, I inquired as to where they purchased theirs from, because the market I got it from, like, it was a little market. And I was told several people got theirs. I want to say Donna Karen, and then a fast fashion brand did it as well. So it just shows you like globalization and knocking off smaller designers. It happens all the time. Like, these big brands are always taking designs from small craftsmen, but that's a whole other vlog. So here is the piece. Next is this very, very long kissy dress that I picked up while thrifting in Dubai. I fell in love with this dress, one, because I absolutely love kisses, but two, it's so long. As a point of reference, I am 5'9", so there are very few things that actually reach my ankle. This dress drags. Like, I wore heels with this and it still almost covered my feet. Like, I could not believe it. So there's that. Next are my two absolute faves. You all know that I don't brag. I'm not a boastful person, but I feel like I single-handedly put these dresses on the map. I'm just saying. We can fight in the comments. Psych. No, I'm kidding. But I am obsessed with these dresses. And if you have watched any of my Spend the Week avec moi vlogs, travel vlogs, or just anything on Insta, like over the summer, you would have seen these dresses on repeat. I want to say I purchased this one first, And then I went back for this because it is so good. I wear these belted, unbelted. I love flowy things, as you can see. Oh, this is a 1960s vintage dressing gown, but I wear it out as well. So not everything has to be snatched. And I had an entire IG reel about that, just like my need not to always wear super fitted or snatched pieces. So yeah, so with these dresses, I wear them belted or just flowy. I feel like I want to wear one of these today. Next is the dress that I got up rather at like 3 a.m. Look at my Christopher John Rogers. I did like an entire vlog with the drop for Target. Loved this dress. I watched the vlog for my review of the line. I was honest. I tell you all the truth when it comes to the things, but I absolutely love this dress and I had no clue how I was going to wear it in real life, but I wore it for the first and I feel like only time in London. So check out my Paris London vlog to see how I whip this up. But yeah, this is it. This beauty. So in the same Paris London vlog that I mentioned with the dress from Target, the Christopher John Rogers dress, I wore a pink dress similar to this. The husband got that dress for me as a gift because that was my first time back to Paris since the world shut down and all. So it was a pretty big deal. If you do not know, I am always in Paris. Like that's my second home. And of course, the state of the world, having a baby slowed your girl down, but I'm back. I just got back literally about 2 weeks ago. So he got that dress for me and I absolutely loved it, loved it, loved it. I found this, I want to say it was a market. I cannot remember if it was Easter market or a market when I was in New York, but it's not the same as that pink dress and we'll get there soon. I have not worn this yet because I don't know, I just haven't worn it, but I'm thinking I'll wear this with like my Dior book tote over the summer. We'll see. But yeah, I got this solely because I love the pink version that much. This dress that I am obsessed with. I say that a lot. I do have a very obsessive personality. This is a plus size dress, but I just belted. Love, love, love this dress. I have only worn it once. I wore this to give a lecture at a very, very prestigious French university, and I loved it because none of the professors looked like me. Or were dressed like me, of course. Yeah, so this was it. I did not iron any of these pieces. I am pulling them straight off the rack. You all are getting the raw content. This was a dress that I purchased from Target the same day that Christopher John Rogers did his drop for Target. It's such a good dress. A shirt dress is always a good idea. It is classic, and at the time, I was nursing, so I needed dresses that opened in the front, and it's perfection. I still love it. And this is the beauty that inspired me to buy the blue dress. I felt like a princess in this dress. Like I really, really did. I actually, for the thumbnail for this vlog, I will put a photo of me wearing these. I say this often, oh, I'll insert a picture here. My intentions are to do so, but again, trying to record and edit on the same day is a challenge. I felt like a princess prancing all around Paris in this, and I purchased my book tote. I wore this dress to Dior when I purchased my book tote. Merci beaucoup, husband. Next is this beauty. This, along with the black and white cape, is one of the most requested. What the heck is that? I finally wore this dress. I got this dress maybe 3 years ago, and I got it. It was a fast fashion brand, so like ASOS or Topshop or something. And I never wore it because I got it right before stay-at-home orders, and then I had a baby. I wore it for the first time during New York Fashion Week, September, New York Fashion Week. Check that vlog out when you can, and you can see this baby in motion. That was my first time wearing it, and I have not worn it since. So maybe the husband will take me out for dinner and I can surprise him in this. It's so good. This is another one of my most worn pieces. If you have ever watched any of my Spend the Week avec mois or reels over on Insta, it's, oh, I need to repair the buttons. I'm missing a button. this denim dress. Again, I love flowy pieces. I mean, give me Puritan, give me puritanical chic. I love flowy dresses. Can I say that one more time? I love flowy dresses, and this is it. Like, the details on this dress is so, so good. Absolutely love it. And I got this from the Catwalk Boutique. Another flowy dress that is not as flowy as I wanted it to be. I picked this up at Zara. I don't know if I mentioned it here. I am a Zara brand ambassador. So when you all use my link in the description box, it helps me out so much. I have a vlog all about how I make money as a content creator, seeing as though I do not do a lot of brand deals. So this was this was a Zara dress that I really, really wanted. It's the abstract number, and it is so good. It gave me like the 1920s flapper vibes. I wanted this dress in the extra large and large, but they did not have it, so I had to get an extra small. It's still a bit flowy, but not as oversized as I wanted, because did I say it enough? I love flowy dresses. But this didn't flow as much as I wanted it to, and maybe I'll use this as a profile picture. I wore this coming back from Paris one of the times, and it's just so good. The movement is really thin. Like, it's really thin and sheer. It lacks in form fitting. It makes up for in other ways. True to Jessie fashion, yet another flowy dress. This is an ASOS dress. I feel like I linked this before, but it may be sold out now. I told Besame to get it when I first got it. Told you to get it when I got it? Yeah. But I just posted a picture, and I will say the picture isn't that flattering, but once I wore it, yeah, another lovely piece. Absolutely. I have never worn this suit, but it's sentimental. It means so much to me. This was my glamère's dress, and New Mezzamine, my glamère, was everything to me. She meant so much to me. Her style, her direction, her just overall presence in my life meant so much. So I have not worn this, but I will never part with this. It was so funny. The husband is so, oh my God, he's so inappropriate and so disrespectful. When we first started dating, I used to have this hanging on my wall. And he's like, oh, G-Mom was affiliated. Her only affiliation was with the Lord Jesus Christ. So G-Mom was not gang. Next is yet another, this one isn't quite flowy, but it's oversized. So I love flowy and just really, really oversized pieces. This dress is so good. I have had this, oh my God, maybe 5-6 years. That's the thing. I try to link as much as I can, again, because that helps me out so much since I don't do a lot of brand deals. But most of my pieces are vintage or are so old because I do not overconsume. And I have spoken about that in one of these days of vlogging, that of how just finding your personal style and not overconsuming. So check that out when you can. Here's another Catwalk classic. Not worn this beauty yet, but I do love it. I know it is so matronly. I know. But I love it. It's flowy. It's so like Little House on the Prairie. So let's see what I do with this. I'm going to do something with this. I'm going to do it. I told you that I like flowy dresses, right? Okay. Yet another flowy number, but this one is super, super sheer. So I always wear like a bodycon dress under it, and it's so good. So good. I also told you that I have a very addictive personality. So because of the pink dress that the husband got me, which inspired me to buy the blue one, I found it was some random fast fashion place, which I rarely do, and this is why, that popped up on my feed. And I know it was because I posted the dress, the original dress, and I'm like, oh, this looks like my pink one. Oh, I love it. It is not the same. I will say I wasted my money with this. Like it's so just blah. It's not giving what it was supposed to give. Maybe I'll give it a try. We'll see. But it's really not flattering at all. I don't even know why I'm still hanging on to it. Maybe as a reminder never to do that again. I picked this beauty up while thrifting in Abu Dhabi, I believe. If you are interested in any of my thrifting guides, please head on over to my website. I do appreciate it. It's actually a cardigan, but I was heading out. I feel like I was going to, Fashion File invited me to their showroom opening. It was a private party and I didn't have anything to wear. So I stitched the front of this cardigan up to make it a dress. I ended up wearing a black version of this that I picked up in London about 4 years ago. But yeah, this is it. I'll be wearing this soon. It's really good, right? A Target faux leather dress. This is fitted. It's not too fitted. It's form fitting. It's not fitted. That's the word. 2 at a time with this. ASOS or Topshop, one of those fast fashion like British brands. Same with this. This beauty was thrifted and I love it. I have only worn this dress once and it's time to do it again. So maybe sometime this week I'll wear. Actually, this fun fact. I feel like the first TikTok that I ever recorded, I was styling this. And I posted that one TikTok and then never went back for months. And then now I'm trying to get consistent with it. But yeah, this dress. This is another thrifted beauty, Topshop. Oh my God, it's just so good. It is so, so good. Because did I tell you how much I love flowy dresses? It is so good and I love how long it is. I am 5'9", and it's just so rare that I find pieces that are long enough for me. Like in my stories I was sharing as I went thrifting, everyone, oh, ouch. Everyone wanted this dress, but I held on to it. If you do not know, I do have a Poshmark that I'm not doing that great with because I end up keeping everything, but check my Posh out when you can. This isn't on it. This is going back on the rack. I picked this beauty up in London, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago or so. There was a fast fashion brand that did, I guess, something similar. I don't know who that, I don't know what the brand is, but when I wore this, a Mesame mentioned that. And this custom beauty is from Psycho. New York Fashion Week, September, I was invited to see this amazing designer who paints on trenches, blazers, everything. She is so good. Absolutely love this. Right? Pick this beauty up while thrifting in New York. I have thrifting guides from New York, Montreal, DC, Maryland, Virginia, Abu Dhabi, a few other places, and I'm going to be working on more. This beauty about maybe 6 years ago in Madrid. The detailing on this jacket is so good. I got this from H&M in Sweden. Wow, it must have been 10 years ago. Longer than that. It's been longer than that. Wow. This is a vintage thrifted, which are not the same. I have an entire blog post about what's the difference between vintage, thrifting, and consignment. This is both. This is a vintage piece that was thrifted. I know that sounds confusing, but check out that blog. I love a good shoulder. I love a good shoulder. I will say I was a bit disappointed. I thought this was going to be flowy. It's not. It's a bit fitted. Next is the Gucci cape. I picked this up Fifth Avenue in New York. 2 years ago. I thought it was longer than that, maybe a year ago. This was my first time traveling after having my baby and stay-at-home orders. Like, things were still very, very strict then. You had to schedule appointments, you had to show vaccination cards, like things were on lock. And I picked this up. I had thought about selling this and I actually started a raffle, but I canceled it because my mare wanted it. But once she finds out how much things cost, she's always like, oh God, no, you're not getting me what? If you know my mare, what does she usually say? Stop right here and insert. You're not going to get me bust upside my head. So it's still here. So I'll give it a try. I didn't wear it as often, and I feel like it was several things. Like I was just going through a lot at that time. I had really bad postpartum depression. Again, first time out of the house in so long, and pre-baby and pre-state of the world, I was always gone. Always. I shared in a previous vlog that my passport, it's like 6 years old and it's full. Like I'm stuck now. The husband's excited about this. This is a vintage suit that I got when I lived in Scottsdale, Arizona. Random fact. I don't know if I ever spoke about my time in Scottsdale. But yeah, this is such a good buy. It was made in Paris. How fitting. And it was like $19. $19. Danish mink collar, tweed. So good. A Catwalk boutique. Recent purchase. Love it. If you watched any of my travel vlogs or just watched any of my vlogs, I'm always wearing this jacket and this one. They are both Catwalk. And voila, we have finally uncovered what is on the rack. Merci beaucoup for your time, and I will see you all tomorrow. Ciao for now.